Hi, my name is Robert Leverton. I'm one of the teachers here at Manpower in the Mastery in English program. This is the first in a series of podcasts on the English language. So, you're interested in learning, improving, or mastering English? Are you confused with all of the letters for different types of courses? Let's listen to the typical acronyms used with learning English. An acronym is a word or name formed as a type of abbreviation from the initial components of a phrase or a word. For example, National Aeronautic Space Agency, or NASA, which is easier to say and remember. We have ESL, English as a Second Language. This is when you learn English in an English-speaking country. It would be your second language that you are learning. TESL. This is a teacher of English as a second language. Then we have TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages. EFL, English as a foreign language. This is when you learn English in a non-English speaking country. And then TEFL, teacher of English as a foreign language. Then we have some acronyms for the test or exams of English. The IELTS, IELTS, International English Language Testing. TOEFL, TOEFL, Test of English as a Foreign Language. And TOEIC, Test of English for International Communication. What a mouthful of letters and words, which in truth have little or no effect on your learning English. They are used for classification purposes. One more acronym is CEFR, Council of European Levels. This is used to put students into a group so that the best learning strategies can be used to help the learner gain mastery of the language at any level, thus classifying English levels in a standardized form. In the CEFR, there are 6 levels, starting with A1, the breakthrough. Ability to communicate and exchange information in a simple way. Example, can ask simple questions about a menu and understand simple answers. A2, the way stage. An ability to deal with simple, straightforward information and begin to express oneself in familiar context. Example, can take part in a routine conversation on simple, predictable topics. B1, threshold, the ability to express oneself in a limited way in familiar situations and to deal in a general way with non-routine information. Example, can ask to open a bank account provided that the procedure is straightforward. B2, vantage, the capacity to achieve most goals and express oneself on a range of topics. Example, can show visitors around and give a detailed description of a place. C1, effective operational proficiency, the ability to communicate with the emphasis on how well it is done, in terms of appropriacy, sensitivity, and the capacity to deal with unfamiliar topics. Example, can deal with hostile questioning confidently, can get and hold on to his or her turn to speak. C2, mastery, the capacity to deal with material which is academic or cognitively demanding, and to use language to a good effect at a level of performance which may in certain respects be more advanced than that of an average native speaker. Example, can scan text for relevant information and grasp main topic of text reading almost as quickly as a native speaker. Now that we've got the basic understanding of the levels, let's talk about grammar. In a classroom setting, grammar is important. However, the best way to improve your language skills is to practice, which includes speaking, reading, writing, and listening. The only way to improve is to practice. You can take many courses and never learn if you don't practice outside the class. What are some ways to practice English outside the class? Singing songs in English, of course. You should have the lyrics so that you are singing the correct words. With technology, lyrics are easy to find, so take advantage and get started singing your favorite songs today. Watching TV or movies with English audio and English subtitles. You may not understand everything, but with practice, you will learn phrases for the actions of the actors in different roles as you watch. A good service for now is Netflix. Netflix has most of the programming in English audio with English subtitles available. If you don't have Netflix, you can watch programs on YouTube or other services. Remember, don't put Spanish subtitles, but use the English subtitles. You will learn more phrases and vocabulary faster. Another way is to read aloud, not just reading the words in your head. Don't worry about translations or meaning of all of the words at first. When you read, your brain will see the grammar and vocabulary without directly studying it. Another way is to find the audiobook to a book that you already have and read along with the audio. Remember, too, that language is not magically learned. You need to practice, practice, practice. And you need to do something in English every day, starting with 10 to 15 minutes, and slowly increasing the time as you advance in your understanding of the language. For vocabulary, you need to use it. Just don't hold on to that one word you have, but try to find another way to say the same thing, of course without translating. 3 ways to quickly build and remember vocabulary in English is to use another acronym. CRU. C-R-U. Connect, repeat, use. Connect a new word with something you already know or you are familiar with in your mind. Don't translate it. Use another idea, word that connects to the new word, such as a sound, a color, or an image. Repeat it a lot to yourself, in your brain and out loud, not just once or twice, but 100 times. Use it with yourself as soon and as often as you can. Test it out to know people's reaction, if it is correct or not. Have fun while you learn. Try not to stress your pronunciation or correct grammar at first. Remove any fears or embarrassment you have at trying to use English. If you think about it, you make errors in your own language every day without too much fear or embarrassment for doing it incorrectly. As far as I know, no one has ever died from speaking with mistakes. Check out the rest of the webpage and contact us for more information. Go to https:// educacionmanpower.cl